Yo, what's going on YouTube? Thanks for checking out the channel. Today we're going to go over our top 10 shoes of 2021. So, if you guys don't know, we are a sneaker shop. I own Holy Ground and we're located in Upland, California. We've been open for 10 months, so we're still pretty new to all of this, but I've been reselling sneakers for the past like 11, 12 years, so been in the game for a little while now. But I wanted to kind of just give you guys a inside look of what a smaller resale shop goes through in 1 year. And so we combined a list of 10 items that we sold the most amount of units. So before you guys go into like, wow, I can't believe they sold this or this, a lot of things can go into effect, affecting these numbers, because this is just mostly like quantity sold, and that can kind of hinder us because some of the more popular shoes, we might not be able to get them in store, and so we won't be able to sell as much. So kind of keeping that into consideration, if we had more units of certain shoes, we would definitely have those in our top 3, but because we didn't have enough quantities of them, unfortunately they didn't make those higher numbers on the list. But with all that being said, let's go ahead and jump straight into it. Coming in at number 10, we have a tie coming in with the Jordan 11 Legend Blues. So we sold, this is our number 10 selling shoe right now. So this is the low top of the Columbia Legend Blue pair. Really good seller, a lot of people like them. But yeah, with all that being said, we got this as a tie, but also secondly coming in, rest in peace to Virgil, but we do have the off-white Lot Dunks. Now, we didn't consider one specific colorway. We just kind of know that a lot of people just wanted a pair of the Lot Dunks in general, so we kind of combined all of the numbers of the Lot Dunks together. It's kind of hard to keep track. Also, trying to get in the same kind of Lot Dunk is kind of hard, if you guys know. So not too bad for a number 10 spot for the year of 2021. These came more towards the end of the year, so it's kind of cool to see that they still made the list. Now, coming in the number 9 spot, we have another tie. We have the Jordan 4 Universities. Now, this shoe was definitely a good seller for us. As soon as they came out, people were buying them up. We couldn't keep them in stock. Now that the prices have kind of gone up, because at first I think we were selling these for around like 300. Now I think we're selling them for around like 450-ish, and just because that's what the market is. And so they have slowed down just a little bit because the price has gone up, but when we were selling them for anywhere between 300 to 380, they were still flying off the shelves. So that one tied with another really great shoe, the Jordan 1 Mocha. Now the Mochas, they sold out really quick when we first opened up the shop, because if you guys know, this shoe released back in 2020, and so we had a lot of pairs in stock because this was a shoe that I actually held on to because I felt like it was a good investment. And then we sold through, I think we posted like 20 something pairs, and we sold through those really fast. And then of course everyone else selling, trading, doing all that other stuff kind of put these at the number 9 spot. Another shoe that we could have grabbed more pairs, we probably would have sold more, but unfortunately it was a little bit harder of a shoe to come by once the market started going back up on them. So that was spot number 9. Moving on to spot number 8, we have no more ties for the rest of this, so if you guys are sick and tired of the ties, you guys will see what hits our number 8 spot. So number 8 is another Jordan 4. We do have the Jordan 4 white Oreos. This shoe was another hyped up Jordan 4 release. Honestly, the year of 2021, I feel like it was the year of the Jordan 4s. Jordan 1s were still doing great, but I think the 4s kind of took over. So this one being super close to like a white cement 4, it did really great. Just like the University 4s, they were first going for around 300. Now they shot up to about 450 also. And we sold a lot of these still in that $300 range, a lot of pairs. And now that they're sitting at like 400, 450, it's slowed down a little bit, but we still get the occasional sale here and there for these guys. It's honestly a really clean shoe, goes with anything, and I think that's why people really like this one. So coming in at number 7, we actually don't have any pairs in right now. We just sold our last one, but if you guys know, the Jordan 5 Raging Bull. Now that was a re-release of a retro that first came out with the Jordan 5 Raging Bulls pack. It came with a 3M pair and the red pair, the Toro pair, and that's the pair that re-released. So a lot of people liked it. Unfortunately, the quality just wasn't there, but the price point, it kind of bricked, honestly. Like, we're not talking about like profit margins, we're talking about quantities that we have sold. Like, that one didn't have like a big profit margin like all the other shoes that we showed you. Kind of sat. You could probably, people were still finding them, you know, at outlets, at retailers, just kind of sitting for a while. But I think that's why we sold so many, is because it was a shoe that was pretty well priced. Like, you know, having them for anywhere around retail, anywhere from like $220 to $250, we were selling those things. And so a lot of people were like, oh, well, I'm only paying $10, $20 over retail, so might as well cop my pair. So that was a good one, coming in at number 7. You know, just wish that they did a little bit better on that quality, but you know, it is what it is. Still gives people like the nostalgia feel, and it's a cool all red shoe. So coming in at number 6, this shoe, it's cool to see that this shoe made it because it did come out not too long ago. We do have the Jordan 4 Lightnings. Now this shoe has, just like the Raging Bull 5s, I think a lot of people thought that they were going to go up. So obviously we sold some to some resellers thinking that they were going to, you know, skyrocket, because all the other 4s have skyrocketed in price. Unfortunately, it didn't. It is a tougher shoe to wear. It's really cool to look at. It's nice to have, but putting a fit together with this, it is a little bit more difficult. We had a lot of customers tell us that. They're like, oh, I would take them, but I just don't know what to wear with them. Stuff like that. So it was a good shoe. This was also a re-release of a previous retro, and quality and the color is a little bit different, it's a little bit darker, but you know, this isn't a sneaker review. But yeah, a lot of people like this one, so we actually sold a lot. And it's another one, like I said, that sold for right around retail. They were kind of going, they first released around 300, but slowly kind of went back down to like 260, 270-ish, which is only like $10, $20 over retail. And so I think a lot of people copped this because it was one of the cheaper options, but still a cool option to have. Now, coming in at spot number 5, right dab in the middle, we have the Jordan 1 Royal Toe. So the Royal Toe is a very good, clean, classic shoe. And for a while in the beginning of the year, it wasn't really going for too much. Now, obviously, we're able to sell more of these throughout the whole year because we had them for a whole year, versus like the Lightnings, they came out only a few months ago. So this shoe is honestly a really good, clean, classic shoe, and we've been selling them from the beginning anywhere from like 260 to now we're at like 320 on them. Market slowly finally went up on these guys, but I think that's why a lot of people cop these. It's a good color blocking, black, white, and blue. You can kind of wear it with almost anything. And for the price point, you're getting a good Jordan 1. It's a good introductory shoe for people who are starting to kind of take more intermediate steps into the sneaker world. So a lot of people did cop these throughout the year. Now, coming in at spot number 4 is a shoe that honestly, it makes sense why it's at spot number 4. It's a really good one, and a lot of people have been loving it. We have another Jordan 1 right here, and that shoe is the Jordan 1 Universities. So a lot of people loved this color. I honestly like this shoe too. Great leather quality, and the color was really nice. We did see a lot of used pairs coming back because a lot of people didn't like how this kind of faded as you wore it. It's not as blue, but you know, other than that, like, it's super clean. Kind of goes with everything, kind of not, because there is a lot of white panels. But like I said, materials feel really good on this pair, and they did shoot up a lot in value. So a lot of females also really like this colorway, so it kind of boosted those sales as well in the grade school section. All right, so coming in at number 3, honestly a shoe that should be number 1, but we just didn't have enough quantities of them. But we had so many customers asking us for this pair, and we just ran out of pairs, honestly. And that is the black and white Dunk. Now, this is a shoe that literally goes with everything. That's why a lot of people like it. Plus the Dunk wave, super hot for 2021, and I'm sure it's going to carry over to next year. But this shoe has, like, this is our only size left. It's a size 13 right now, and you know, the market goes up and down. It's a lot of restocks, but a lot of people are able to sell this pair, you know, out. Like, they don't have to sell it to us. They could honestly put it up on OfferUp and it'll fly for them. They fly for us, and so, you know, it's kind of one of those shoes that if we had more quantities, this would for sure be number 1. Like, we get so many phone calls throughout the year about this shoe. Do you have my size? Do you have this one? Do you have that one? And you know, sadly we couldn't get everyone laced up, but you know, when we get the pairs in, they fly out the door. So we always like to keep these in stock if we can. All right, so we only have 2 boxes left. Right here, we do have our number 2 spot. I was a little surprised by this one, but it's really cool. But it makes sense. Like, now that I think more about the shop and people who are buying from us, this pair actually sells a lot. So we do have the Jordan 1 Shadow 2.0. Now, honestly, my opinion about this shoe is like, it's not a bad color blocking. It's okay. I get that they did it based off of a sample of a 1985 Jordan 1, but I just felt like the quality low-key just really isn't there. A lot of people will tell us that the toe box crease is pretty bad. I mean, we've seen used pairs come into the shop and, you know, they do have some decent wear on them. And, you know, the light gray, like suede nubuck, it does attract a lot of dust and dirt. And so a lot of people don't like, after you wear them, they get dirty. But hey, that's the whole point of wearing sneakers. You wear them, they get dirty, you clean them up, and you know, keep the life going. These were flying off our shelves in the very beginning. I remember we had like the very first day, we maybe bought like 6 or 7 pairs, and they all sold overnight on our website. And, you know, the trend just kept continuing. And even to this day, we still sell a lot, especially during the winter time. This was a good, like, low key, more neutral colored look. And I think for the price point, it wasn't too bad. It's barely now going over 300, I believe, but they were sitting for around like 240, 220 for the longest time, and, you know, slowly went up to about 260, 280. So I'm sure this shoe will slow down in sales as the price continues to go up. But, you know, like I said, I can't deny the numbers. A lot of people have liked this one, even though I personally wouldn't wear this one. And then lastly, coming in at the number 1 spot, we have Yeezy Slides. So we didn't really categorize this one into like what color of the Yeezy Slides. If you guys feel like that's cheating, then you could go ahead and say Shadow 2.0s were our number 1 pick. Yeezy Slides have always been moving, especially during the summertime. Like, a lot of people were asking for them. And even till now, like, I still get, like, it's the winter time and I still get calls about the Yeezy Slides. Do you have Yeezy Slides in this size or this size? Do you have them in this color or this color? But the reason why we didn't like separate them by colors, because honestly, people would take any color that they could get. And we would sell a lot of these because we honestly had them at a cheaper price, because during like peak summertime, like, people were charging crazy. People were charging the moon for these. I feel like we had them for around like 2 something, and, you know, a lot of other stores, like, you know, no hate, like, if you can get that money, like, go ahead. But a lot of people, you know, were charging $100, $200 over market value for Yeezy Slides. Now that, you know, more colors have come out and stuff like that, it increases our sales of Yeezy Slides, of course, but nonetheless, people still want them. And so it's a really good gift for people. A lot of people wanting them for gifts, or even personals. Honestly, I finally took a pair for myself. I got it for the low. It was lightly used. I don't mind. I cleaned it up. But, you know, they are comfy. They're super comfy. And I think they're becoming more like noticeable of like, oh, those are the Yeezy Slides. And so I think it's like a statement piece as well, especially if you get something this bright, you know? So that was our number 1 spot. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I kind of wanted to give more insight. Like, shout out to 2J's, JC Lopez over at Urban Necessities. He kind of inspired this video for us because he does like quarterly shoes that sold, and I find that super, super interesting. Shout out to JC. I don't know if you're ever going to watch this video, but thank you for, you know, just everything that you do. But with all that being said, if you guys want to check us out, our Instagram is Holy Ground Shop, and our website is holygroundshop.com. So check us out, because we do have still pairs of these left. We always charge right around market value. With all that being said, we appreciate you guys. Stay holy, stay blessed, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.